If you're over 70 or love someone who is, this message could change everything. Because there are 5 simple things that 95% of seniors can no longer do. And most of them don't even realize it until it's too late. But here's the good news. Every one of them can be trained, improved, or even reversed. So whether you're 55, 75, or 95, this is your chance to take back control of your body, your mind, and your independence. Let's begin. Aging doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks in silently. One day you feel a little stiff. The next, you're avoiding stairs. And then suddenly, you're not going out at all. But what's really happening? You're not just getting older. You're losing your functional strength, your ability to move, react, balance, and recover. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even notice until they can't get off the couch without using both arms. Or they avoid bending over because they're afraid they won't get back up. It's not about fitness, it's about freedom. So let's get into the first of the 5 things that 95% of seniors over 70 can't do. But the 5% who can, they're living life on their own terms. Can you sit down on the floor, cross-legged, and stand back up without using your hands? Try it. It sounds simple, but most seniors fail this test, and studies show it's one of the strongest predictors of mortality risk over the next 6 years. That's right, just being able to stand up from the floor without using your hands is directly linked to how long you'll live. But more importantly, it tells you how well you're living now. Because if you can't get off the floor today, what happens if you fall tomorrow? And it's not your age, it's your mobility, your balance, and your core strength, all of which can be trained if you start now. Set a timer, sit in a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up. Then sit down, as many times as you can in 30 seconds. No pushing off your thighs, no momentum. This one's brutal, and it exposes the truth. Leg strength. It fades faster than you think, and weak legs are the #1 reason seniors lose independence. One study even found that lower body strength is the best predictor of future disability. So if you struggled with that test, don't panic. That's why we're here. Because every rep you do from today forward is a step back to strength. I once met a 78-year-old woman named June. She lived alone, made her own meals, still walked to church every Sunday. Then she stopped doing her morning leg exercises. Fast forward 6 months, and she was in a walker. Not because of injury, not because of illness, because her muscles disappeared. Muscle is like a retirement account. If you don't invest in it consistently, it vanishes when you need it most. So here's a quote to remember. You don't stop moving because you get old. You get old because you stop moving. Let's keep going. Stand up. Lift one foot off the ground. Hold it for 10 seconds. Now switch. Sounds easy, right? Balance is one of the most overlooked signs of aging and one of the most dangerous. Because falling is the single most common reason seniors end up in the hospital. One fall can cost your independence, but balance can be retrained with something as simple as daily one-leg stands while brushing your teeth. The 5% who still pass this test, they practice it daily, quietly, consistently. There's something else that separates the 5% from the rest. It's not just stronger legs or better balance, it's mindset. They believe the best days aren't behind them. They move with purpose. They train not for aesthetics, but for longevity. They don't call it working out. They call it staying alive. And they take personal responsibility for their health, even when others around them don't. Because deep down, they know this. If you have your health, you have 1,000 dreams. If you don't, you only have one. Let's move on. Now grab something, a dumbbell, a grocery bag, even a tennis ball, and squeeze as hard as you can. Grip strength isn't about opening jars, it's about survival. Studies link grip strength to heart health, brain function, and even life expectancy. In fact, it's been called a biomarker of aging. When you lose grip strength, you lose confidence in everything from walking outside to holding onto railings. But you can rebuild it. Farmers carry, squeeze balls, resistance bands. It's not about heavy lifting, It's about consistent use, because a strong grip is a strong brain. Now let me tell you a quick story, and this one still cracks me up. There's this old guy in our neighborhood, named Gerald. He's 81, walks around with a cane that he doesn't even need. He says it's just for style and intimidation. Sharp dresser, ironed shirts. Still wears cologne like he's going to prom every day. Anyway, one morning Gerald walks into the grocery store, goes straight to the pickle jar aisle. He grabs this huge jar of pickles, maybe trying to impress someone, and the lid's sealed tighter than a submarine hatch. He's turning it, shaking it, tapping the bottom, trying every trick in the book. After about 30 seconds, he starts growling under his breath like he's summoning some ancient pickle spirit. Then this young woman walks by, must be in her 20s, and without saying a word, she gently takes the jar, opens it like it's nothing, and hands it back to him. Gerald just stands there for a second. Then he nods slowly and says, "I loosened it for you." She smiles, walks away. And Gerald, he puts the jar back on the shelf and goes to buy a grip strength trainer that same afternoon. He now calls it the pickle incident. Moral of the story? Train your grip. You never know when life, or a jar, is going to put you to the test. Did you know that movement literally strengthens your brain? Leg strength has been linked to hippocampus size, grip strength to memory recall, balance to spatial awareness. The body isn't separate from the mind. They're one system. And every time you move with intention, every time you test yourself, every time you push back against decay, you're not just saving your body, you're saving your mind. That's what the 5% know. Last one, set a timer for 10 minutes. Walk at a brisk pace. Don't stop, don't sit, just move. Can you make it? No rests, no pauses, just consistent forward motion. Most seniors over 70 can't, but this test is powerful because walking is the foundation of independence. Lose the ability to walk, and you lose freedom, spontaneity, and social connection. But regain it, and the world opens back up. Let's recap. 1. Can you get off the floor without using your hands? 2. Can you stand up from a chair repeatedly for 30 seconds? 3. Can you balance on one leg for 10 seconds? 4. Can you squeeze something with power? 5. Can you walk for 10 minutes without stopping? These aren't workouts. They're warning signs or green lights. And the best part? You can start rebuilding every single one, right now, at home, for free. Science used to say age-related decline was inevitable. Now we know better. Studies show you can build muscle in your 70s, 80s, even 90s. You can restore balance, you can improve VO2 max. You can slow and even reverse cognitive decline. All it takes is consistent, progressive effort. The question is, will you be the one who starts today, or the one who waits until it's too late? I've met seniors who started exercising at 72 and ran their first 5K at 75. A man who couldn't stand up without help at 80 and did a push-up on his 84th birthday. A woman who fell in her bathroom at 76 and decided never again. 1 year later, she was doing yoga. It's never too late to rewrite your story. And it's not about becoming a fitness model, it's about one thing, staying in control of your life. If you've made it this far, here's what I want you to do. 1. Set a timer and walk for 10 minutes. 2. Practice sitting and standing from a chair. 10 reps. 3. Balance on one leg while brushing your teeth. 4. Squeeze a ball for 60 seconds each hand. 5. Try the floor stand, even if it's ugly. Try. Every time you do these, you're telling your body, we're not done yet. Maybe you failed all 5 tests. Maybe you feel defeated. Maybe you're thinking, it's too late for me. But I promise you, it's not. You woke up today. That means you're still in the fight. And like the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. You're not too old. You're just getting started. And hey, if you're still here, you're already part of the 5% who care enough to change. So don't stop now. Every single day, we drop new videos to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent. because you deserve that. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and join the other action takers rewriting what life after 70 really looks like. You've got more in you. Let's prove it together.